Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another edition in the May Madness series. The previous video that we did, Jose Canseco pretty much single-handedly beat the Phillies with 3 two-run homers as the A's beat the Phillies and Steve Carlton 6-1. The next game after that, I tried to do 2 videos in one day, and my camera for some reason, or my phone, which is acting as the camera, somehow I lost track of the battery, and it lost battery, and when it lost battery, the game conked out in the 7th inning, and it is in oblivion. It did not save anywhere, didn't do anything. So I'll show the score sheet anyway and give you a recap. It was the Yankees of 78 against the Dodgers of 17. Dodgers took a 1-0 lead in the 3rd on a home run by Austin Barnes. Then in the bottom of the 6th, they pick up another run. A Lou Piniella 2-base error followed by a Turner walk and a Bellinger RBI single made it 2-0 Dodgers. But then in the 7th, the Yankees fought back. Greg Nettles led off with a triple. Chambliss singled him home. And then White singled Chambliss to 3rd. And that put runners on the corners with nobody out. Kershaw then came out. Morrow came in. Pinch hitter Spencer hit for Dent. Grounded to 2nd with a C. And that scored Chambliss to tie the score at 2 apiece. Then the 8th inning, Yankees took the lead. 1-out single by Reggie Jackson. Lou Piniella singled him to 3rd. And then after that, Morrow came out. Left-hander Nettles and left-hander Chambliss were up. And so Avalon came in, got a pop out, but then gave up the single to Chambliss. And that scored Jackson. Run was charged to Morrow, who took the loss. And then that's the way it ended, 3-2. Now in the 9th, there was some, interesting moments here. Adrian Gonzalez pinch hit for Kike Hernandez and doubled off of Gossage because Guidry went 8. Gossage pitched the 9th. He got Puig to fly to center. Gonzalez pinch hitting for Hernandez doubled. Barnes struck out. Utley pinch hit for Forsythe and walked. Tolles, who had come in as a defensive replacement for Peterson after Grandal pinch hit for Peterson. Tolles reached on a Gossage error, and that loaded the bases with 2 outs, but then he struck out Chris Taylor to end the game. Yankees win it 3-2, and the Yankees go on to advance, and they will play the winner of the 2004 Cardinals against the 2005 White Sox. And that's where we stand at the moment. And now we're ready for the following game. We go to another region, since we've hit this region twice. We now exit that region, come back down to this region, and we're going to drill down right here at the bottom. It's the 2018 Red Sox against the 1971 Pittsburgh Pirates. That is the game of the night, and we will meet the starting lineup and the bench players for both teams. First for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Leading off and playing second base will be Dave Cash. Batting second and playing center field will be Gene Clines. Batting third in right field is Roberto Clemente, and one of those rare -6 arms. Very rare to get a -6. Willie Stargell's in left. He will bat cleanup. Bob Robertson's at first. He will hit 5th. Al Oliver is the DH. He will hit 6th. Manny Sanguillen, the catcher, will bat 7th. Richie Hebner at third will bat 8th, and Jackie Hernandez, the shortstop, will bat 9th. And on the mound for the Pirates is Game 7 of the World Series hero, Steve Blass. Blass, 15-8, 2.85 ERA. And yes, I did have a little whiteout trouble a few minutes ago. Steve Blass, 15-8, 2.85 ERA. Let's look at the bench and bullpens for the Pirates. Vic Davalillo's off the bench. Jose Pagan can come off the bench. Gene Alley. And then backup catcher Milt May. Those are the 4 bench players. Let's look at their bullpen and see who they have available if needed from the pen. They have Bob Miller. They have Dave Justy, Luke Walker, Bob Veal, and Bob Moose. So a lot of Bobs in there. Maybe they can bob and weave their way. All they need is Jeff Weaver now. They had Jeff Weaver, then they could do Bob and Weaver, but we won't go there. All right, now for the Red Sox, leading off will be Mookie Betts in right, Andrew Benintendi is in left, J.D. Martinez the DH, Mitch Moreland's at first, Xander Bogaerts is at short, Rafael Devers is at third. Brock Holt is at second. Sandy Leon is catching, not Vasquez. Sandy Leon is the catcher. And Jackie Bradley Jr. is in center. And on the mound for the Red Sox, their ace in 2018, Chris Sale. Chris Sale's 12-4, 2.11 ERA. On the bench for the Red Sox, to be able to pinch hit or play defense, Hanley Ramirez, Christian Vasquez, Eduardo Nunez, and Blake Swihart. In the bullpen for the Red Sox, available Matt Barnes, Joe Kelly, Heath Hembree. And let's get these things apart here. Brandon Workman, Craig Kimbrell, and if they need a long man, or not long man, but Ryan Brazier is one of the other ones. I guess they really don't have a long man. They're all one-inning guys. So we're thinking Chris Sale's not going to need long relief, but we'll see. Stranger things have happened. When you think the top pitchers are going to do something, they get beat around pretty good. So we'll bring the score sheet out. And a little backstop. And as I try to do recently with extra color dice, is bring out team colors. So there's Pittsburgh Pirate color dice and Boston Red Sox color D20. So trying to give some coloring from both teams. So it looks like ketchup and mustard, but that's okay. This thing will not work here, will it? Okay, let's bring this down just a hair so that I don't have to go off the table here. Okay, I think that will work now. Chris Sale finishing his warm-up tosses. And second baseman Dave Cash will be on to face him. Sale the lefty. And this game between number 28 Pittsburgh and number 5 Boston is underway. 5-9 for Sale against a right-hander. Struck him out. So Chris Sale gets it going early with a K of Dave Cash. And actually, ironically, Dave Cash was in the previous game with the Phillies in '76. So here he is 5 years earlier with the Pirates. Here's Gene Clines. 1-6 against the lefty, and that's a single for Gene Clines. And he's a threat to steal. He is an A stealer. So we'll check out his running. It's a 15. He's being held, makes him a 13. Catcher arm. Sandy Leon is a -3. That's why he's in there instead of perhaps Vasquez, because the Pirates like to run and they want to control the run game, or try to, and Leon's a -3. So that would drop Clines down to a 1-10. But you know, against Sale, you might have to take chances like that, even with Clemente up. So they're going to try a 1-10. He'll make it. That's 20. He gets caught stealing. It's not even close. So maybe they should have left him there. Clemente probably shaking his head, saying, "What are you doing? I could have drove him in, but you just ran yourself out of an inning." But anyway, 2 outs, base is empty, and Clemente still has a chance to bring a run home on his own. 6-9 though is a strikeout. So I think Clemente uninspired after the caught stealing. And it's a very easy 1-2-3 inning for Chris Sale and the Red Sox. So now we go to the bottom of the first. Pirates nothing. And the Red Sox coming to bat. Steve Blass finishing up his tosses. Will be facing Mookie Betts to lead things off for the Sox. We get a 4-4 out of Blass, and that is a catcher X. Sanguillen, the catcher, checks in defensively as a 2-E2. So 2-E2. And on the advanced, it's a little bit weird with the catcher. In pitcher, they don't get very many range chances. Most everything is error chances, but we'll see. 2-15 actually is going to be a range chance. It's a pass ball and a foul out, but since it's the leadoff batter, nobody on base, it's simply going to be a foul out to Sanguillen. So 1 away, and that's going to bring up Andrew Benintendi, left fielder. 2-7 for Benintendi is a solid single. 1 out single for Benintendi. He is an A stealer. Let's check Sanguillen's arm. His arm is a -2, so again, tough road to hoe to steal bases. And with Martinez coming up next, they're going to keep Benintendi right where he is. Pittsburgh will have to hold him on. Here's JD, 3-7. Ground ball shortstop A with a plus sign there, but with the right-hander batting, the second baseman is responsible for holding, not the shortstop. So it's a good 6-4-3 double play. So that's going to end the inning. We go to the second inning. No score, as caught stealings and double plays help keep both teams off the bases. Chris Sale now on to face Pops, Willie Stargell. Willie Stargell, or Wilbur Stargell as they call him sometimes. Wilbur Stargell, known as Pops. 6-3 against a lefty for Sale. Struck him out. So Sale doesn't care what they call him. He just rings him up as a no sale. So that's a strikeout. Here's Bob Robertson. 2-7 for Robertson. That's a 1-3 single. Anything else, he will ground to Devers. And he grounds to Devers. Devers gobbles it up. Throws over to Moreland. 2 up, 2 down. Here's Al Oliver. Borderline. Some people think if Harold Baines got in the Hall of Fame that Al Oliver belongs in the Hall of Fame. I guess you could make a case for that, but not too sure. I mean, he was a very good hitter. I don't know if he's a Hall of Famer, but he's a very good player. 3-3 is a ground ball to first. But that's where you get into the argument, is it the Hall of Fame or the Hall of Very Good? So, Oliver gone. 3 up, 3 down. Go to the bottom of the second, no score. And Mitch Moreland will lead things off for the Red Sox. It'll be Moreland, Bogarts, and Devers to face the offering of Steve Blass. 1-5, and that's a strikeout. Moreland down on strikes. 1 away. Here's Mr. Bogarts. No relation to Humphrey. 5-3, and that's a single to left field for Xander. So maybe he's doing Xander do. All right, here is he's a C, so he will be held, but he will not run. Here's Devers. 6-6 against Blast. That's another single. This one goes to right, and you're not going to run on the -6 arm of Clemente, so there's not even a thought about that. Bogarts will stop immediately at second base. So 2 on, 1 out for Brock Holt. 3-5 for Holt, walks, and that's going to load the bases. Now Blast is in trouble. Bases are loaded with 1 out. But they do get to face the bottom portion of the order, Leone and Bradley. And Leone's a good double play candidate. 4-6, but he's also a candidate single to right. Oh, I'm sorry, that's 6-6. 4-6 is over here. Ground ball, second base A, it is a double play, just what the doctor ordered. 4-6-3. So almost, well, I did misread that originally, but luckily I fixed that. And 4-6 was in fact a ground ball, second base A. So 4-6-3 double play. Second double play in 2 innings for the Pirates, and that has helped keep the Sox off the board. We go to the third, no score. And we'll start things off with Manny Sanguillen, catcher. 4-8, and he's going to strike out. So Chris Sale has started each of the 3 innings with a strikeout. Here's Hebner. 2-8 for Hebner, and he's going to do some damage. 1-6 is a double. 7-20 will be a single for Richie Hebner. That's a 5, and that'll be a double for Hebner. 1 out double puts him in scoring position for Jackie Hernandez, not the best hitter in the world. Number 9 hitter. 5-9, he strikes out. So Sale, another strikeout. That's 5 for Sale. And here's Cash looking to cash in the runner. 3-8, and he will do it. 1-5 is a homer. 6-20 is a double. So the Pirates will at least tie the game. 1-5, they take the lead. No, it's a double, so that will tie the game. Actually, not tie the game, but put the Pirates ahead 1-0. I was thinking the Red Sox had a run for some reason. But it's an RBI double for Cash. Pirates lead at 1-0. Cash, with good speed, will be held at second. And here's Gene Klein's 2-9 for Clines. He's going to strike out, and that is strikeout number 6 in 3 innings. But he also gave up back-to-back or 2 doubles in the inning, and the Pirates lead at 1-0. But the Red Sox have a potent offense, so I don't believe 1 run's going to stand for the entire game. Blast was shaky last inning. Now he gets to face Jackie Bradley Jr. to start the inning. Then it's back to the top of the order for the big boys. He's got to keep Bradley off the bases. 5-7. He does it with a strikeout. So that'll flip the order over to Mookie Betts. 5-12 against Betts. That's a ground ball pitcher X. He's a 2 E24, so he's a 2 from the pitching position, but it's usually error rating on pitchers. 2 and a 4. I still think that goes to his error rating, and it does. And so he is an E24, and that's a 3. E24 and a 3 is a 1 base error. So Blast boots that one. E1. Betts is aboard. Do they want to try to steal? No, they're going to let Benintendi swing away. Betts will be held. 4-9 against Blast, and that's a single to center field. So that's going to put runners at first and second. I don't know if they're going to run on Klein. Let's see what Klein's arm is. Klein's arm is a +2, so they could possibly try to go to third on this and get to third with less than 2 outs. Let's see. Betts runs at a 17. He's being held, makes him a 16. But then a +2 arm makes it a 14. But I believe going from left field or going from first to third on a single to left, I think, or maybe I'm getting confused with super advanced. I think you subtract for that. Trying to remember on the chart, and I can't think of it off the top of my head. I thought you subtracted for. I know you get extra running advantage to go from first to third on a single to right, but I didn't know about going from left. Well, we'll see. He's in scoring position already, so we're just going to hold him up right there. Why take the chance when he's already in scoring position? A base hit from Martinez is almost certainly going to score him. So first and second, 1 out, and JD batter. 2-2 for JD Martinez, and that's a fly ball to center. That's a fly ball A, so the runner does advance on the fly ball A. So too bad. Maybe I should have tried to get him to third for a sacrifice fly. Wasn't thinking about that, I guess, but I thought JD would do something by himself. So now runners at the corners, 2 outs for Mitch Moreland. 6-9, and Moreland pops to second. That's going to end the inning, so maybe a snafu there by the third base coach may have cost the Red Sox a run. You never know. He may have been thrown out trying to go to third, though. So see if that comes back to bite him or not. Still 1-0 as we go to the top of the 4th, and it's Roberto Clemente to lead things off. 6-11 against Sale. He strikes out. And for Sale, that's strikeout number 7. Strikeout number 7 for Sale. Brings up Pops Stargell. 5-10, and that's ground ball third base X. That's Devers. And Devers, he is a 4 third baseman, so not very good. 4 and a 13. He might be able to sneak to his error rating. Let's see. 4 and a 13 at a third baseman. A 4 and a 13 will make it to his error check. And he's an E34, so that's not necessarily good news either for Devers. E34 and a 10. E34 and a 10. And how you like that? E34 on a third baseman. E34 and a 10 is a ground ball A. Anything else would have been an error, but a 10 is a ground ball A. So how do you like that? Devers somehow miraculously made that play as Stargell tried to go the opposite field, but Devers hung in there and made the play. There's Bob Robertson. 1-7 against Sale, and that's going to be some damage. 1-2 is a triple. Anything else will be a single. That's a 2, so how about that? Bob Robertson. Don't think of him being very fleet of foot, but he triples He had 2 triples on the season, so there it is right there. He is capable of a triple. Here's Al Oliver, lefty on lefty against Sale. 6'10" is the fly ball center field X. That is Jackie Bradley Jr. And Bradley Jr. is a 1. So pretty good chance he'll make this play, and he does. A 1 and a 7, I do believe, keeps in the range and does not go to the error check. It does. It's a fly ball C to end the inning. So Sale pitches around that triple. Score remains 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. And the Sox might be a little bit more aggressive on the bases going forward because they feel like they left one out there last inning. So here's Bogaerts, Sander Bogaerts. 3-10 for Bogaerts, and he grounds to Cash at second base, 1 away. Here's Rafael Devers. That nice defensive play, 4-6. Ground ball to second. That's that double play that got him out of the inning a while back against Leon. And another ground ball to second. That'll be 2 down for Brock Holt. 2-10 for Holt, and that's a ground ball to short handled by Mr. Hernandez. And short work there for Blast. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Sox. We go to the 5th. Still 1-0 in favor of Pittsburgh. So we are getting kind of a pitcher's duel here. Expected it from Sale, maybe not so much from Blast. Here's Sam Guillen. 5-7, struck him out. Yet another strikeout for Chris Sale. He is ringing up the no sale signs. Here's Hebner, 1-6, and another strikeout. So Sale keeps it going. 2 strikeouts in a row, and here's Jackie Hernandez. 3-8 for Hernandez, and he strikes out. So Sale strikes out the side. And wow, after 5 innings, he's got 6, 7, 8, 9. He's got 10 strikeouts in 5 innings for Chris Sale. But he's on the short end of a 1-0 ball game. So if this team was getting him any support, he would just be really loving life. But down 1-0. And now we got the bottom of the order, Sandy Leon. 6-9. 6-9. He's going to pop it up to second. Cash is there. 1 away. Here's Jackie Bradley. 4-7, and it's a 1-10 single. Anything else, he will ground to Cash. So 1-10 is a single, and it is a base hit for Jackie Bradley. So a 1-out single for Bradley. He is an ace stealer. They're going to send him. No doubt about it. They're going to send him as an ace stealer. He starts at the 15. Being held makes him a 13. But Sanguillen's a -2. That's an 11. So a 1-11, but it's still better than 50-50. So they're going to try it. And he's caught stealing. So Bradley caught stealing. So try to be. So I was going to be more aggressive, but didn't pay off. So let's see if Betts does anything. 3-8. He strikes out to end the inning. So Sox, darned if you do and darned if you don't. Be aggressive or play conservative, and it doesn't work either way. We go to the 6th. Still 1-0. And this is the point of weakness inning for Chris Sale. Inning number 6. He'll be facing top of the order, Dave Cash. Cash struck out and doubled. 4-4 on yet another strikeout. That's 11 strikeouts now for Sale. And 4 in a row. Going back to last inning, here's Gene Klein's. 4-4, yet another strikeout. 5 strikeouts in a row. An even dozen for Chris Sale. And that'll send us to Roberto Clemente. He has struck out twice. 5-9, and he's going to strike out again. 6 straight strikeouts. He struck out the side 2 innings in a row. Strikeout number 13, a baker's dozen. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 1-0 Red Sox. And Blast, his point of weakness is the 8th, so he's still good to go as long as he's effective. But he's got the meat of the order now, Benintendi, Martinez, and Moreland. We get a 2-10, and that's a 1-2 single. Anything else will be a ground ball to Hebner. And that's exactly what we have. Hebner scoops it up, tosses to Robertson, 1 away. And that brings up JD, looking for the long ball. 111, and he doesn't get it. He grounds to cash. 2 up, 2 down, and that's going to bring up Mitch Moreland. 5-9, and Moreland flies out to left field. Stargell's got it. Inning's over. So away we go to the 7th inning as we are rolling here. Barely 25 minutes into the video, and that's with a lot of pomp and circumstance for introductions. So the actual gameplay has not taken very long. Here is Stargell to lead off the 7th. 2-10, and whoa, so much for the strikeouts right there. Big solid Stargell, solid 2-10 home run for Willie Stargell. And that puts the Pirates ahead 2-0 as they are ruining the strikeout fest by Sale with that long ball. Here's Bob Robertson. 3-9 for Robertson. He's going to ground to short. Handled by Bogarts. 1 away. And that will send us to Al Oliver. 0 for 2. 1-4 for Oliver. He grounds to first. Moreland's got it. 2 down. And that brings up Manny Sanguillen. 2-5 for Sanguillen's a base hit. Keeps the inning going. Sanguillen will be held as a C stealer. He will not try to steal, but he will be held. And here's Richie Hebner. Lefty on lefty, 2-8. And Hebner is going to do some damage. 1-6 is a double. 7-20 is a single. It's 2 stars, so the run cannot score either way. It is a single, so runners will be at the corners with 2 outs. And now Chris Sale very close to his point of weakness inning, but he does have the advantage of taking on the shortstop, Jackie Hernandez. Hebner will not be held at first. He's a D stealer. So Sale has to bear down right here. 5-7, and he does with the strikeout of Hernandez. Strikeout number 14. Hernandez has the hat trick, 3 strikeouts in a row. But Stargell with the home run. And we go to the 7th inning stretch. It's Pittsburgh 2, Boston nothing. Maybe Boston needs some Sweet Caroline or something to get them going. That's going to probably be all for Sale. He threw a lot of pitches with those strikeouts, and he's near his point of weakness, so I believe they're going to bring in a fresh arm next inning because the Pirates will have some righties coming up. So Chris Sale is going to finish with 7 innings pitched and 14 strikeouts, but 2 runs, both of them earned, and a big home run. Faced 27 batters. Let's see how many hits they gave up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits in his 7 innings. So Blass, now trying to protect a 2-run lead, will face Sander Bogarts. 1-3, and that's a leadoff single for Bogarts. C stealer, he will be held but will not try anything. Here's Devers. 2-9 for Devers. That's a strikeout. So Devers is out on strikes. 1 away. Brings up Brock Holt. 3-10 for Holt, and he's going to do some damage. 1-14 is a double. 15-20 is a single, but it's 2 stars, so the run will not score. But it's a 1, so it's a double. Put runners at 2nd and 3rd, so the tying runs are now in scoring position with only 1 out for Sandy Leone. And now is the time where you're thinking pinch hitting for Sandy Leone, because Sandy Leone is not a very good hitter, and they do have 2 catchers on the bench. So now is your time to strike if you're the Red Sox. And they're going to go with Hanley Ramirez. He's the best they have off the bench. So Ramirez is going to pinch hit for Leone. And then we're going to have Vasquez coming on to catch. But in a big spot right here, infield for the Pirates is back. They don't want to give up a 2-run single through the hole, so they're going to hope to give up only 1 run and get an out here. But here's Ramirez against Blass. Bullpen action going for the Pirates. Dave Justy, their closer, is loosening. 4-11 off a Blass. Fly ball left field X. That's Stargell. And Stargell, not the best outfielder in the world. He's a 3 with an E6. So he's a 3 outfielder. And that's a 17. Probably a sacrifice fly. Let's check it out. 3 and a 17 is a fly ball A. And a fly ball A is a sacrifice fly. So let's see here. Runners advance. Well, according to this, on a fly ball A, the runners advance, so both runners will advance. So both runners will tag up. Going from second to third on a fly ball to left, though, seems kind of strange, but that's what the fly ball A gives you. So it's a sacrifice fly by the pinch hitter Ramirez. Cuts the lead to 2-1. And more importantly, well, now there's 2 outs, so Holt at third may not matter. He's at third because there's 2 outs. But now you have Jackie Bradley Jr. stepping to the plate, and Vasquez will be your new catcher. So Jackie Bradley Jr. with a big chance. He got a base hit his last time up. Blass still hanging on, 2-1. Let's see if he can get through this inning. Bradley, 2-6. And all those activities and hits in column 2, he found 2-6, which is a pop out to Dave Cash. And the inning is over. So the Red Sox only get the 1 run, but they do cut the lead to 2-1. And that kind of puts them, seemingly back in the game. And now we've got bullpen action, or new pitcher, I should say, for the Red Sox, as Chris Sale is now done. For the Pirates, it'll be the top of the order and Dave Cash. And new pitcher for the Red Sox will be right-hander. And I believe it will be, it'll be Brandon Workman, my way back to you. So Brandon Workman will be on to pitch the 8th. And he's got the top of the order Cash to deal with. Cash, Kleins, and Clemente. 5-4 off of Workman's a fly ball center field excess Jackie Bradley. He is a 1. 1 and 8. That could be an error check. 1 and 8. Nope, it's a fly ball C. He's got it. So Bradley gets over there and gets it. 1 out. I'll bring up Gene Kleins. And actually, we may have a pinch hitter. In fact, we will have a pinch hitter for Gene Kleins. It'll be Vic Davalillo. He's the left-handed version of their platoon in center field. And he's a better defensive player. So he's a 3 instead of a 4 in center field. So we're going to have Davalillo pinch hitting, and he will stay in the game to play center field, rather. So he will stay in the game to play center field, and he will hit for Gene Kleins. 3-2, and he's going to ground to second. That's handled by Brock Holt. 2 down, and just for kicks and giggles, Gene Kleins on a 3-2 would have grounded to the pitcher, so it really didn't make any difference, as it turns out. So 2 down for Roberto Clemente. 6-3, and that's a fly ball right field X. That's Mookie Betts. And Mookie Betts is also a 1 in the outfield. And a 1-1, he makes the play. It had to be a 1 to make that play, as he ranges like Clemente and makes that catch. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, 2-1 Pittsburgh. And now the drama continues as Dave Justy still loosening in that bullpen for the Pirates. And they might very well make that move. We'll wait and see, as they are thinking about it. Steve Blass, though, they're gonna let him start the inning and see how he does. If he gets in trouble, then they have Justy all warmed up and ready to go. Let's see how they want to play this. Right now, Mookie Betts leads off the bottom of the 8th, 5-7. Struck him out. He is not tired, though, because this is the beginning of his point of weakness. So even though he gave up some stuff in the 7th, that's irrelevant. It's a strikeout. So Mookie Betts out on strikes. Here's Benintendi. 3-6, and that's a base hit for Benintendi. 1-18 is a double. Anything else at 19 or 20 is a single. So it's a double for Benintendi. And now things really get interesting as J.D. Martinez is coming to the plate. And I think that might be all for Steve Blass. So Blass gives it a go. He's going to go 7 1/3. And Dave Justy is coming on, as the Pirates will go to their bullpen. Dave Justy on the 71 season was 5-6, a 2.93 ERA and 30 saves. So, and he can go several innings. So, trying to get a 5-out save is nothing to him. But he's got real problems. Runner at second, 1 out, and J.D. Martinez, the batter. Now, first base is open, but that'd be really gutsy to walk Martinez and put the go-ahead run on base. That would really be, you'd really be second-guessed if it didn't work out that way. But you know what? They're not going to let J.D. Martinez beat them. They're going to intentionally walk Martinez. So Martinez gets a free pass to first base. It does set up a double play for Mitch Moreland, who does have some ground ball A's on his card. So unconventional, but they're gonna go with it. They just don't. Martinez is the one guy they don't want to beat them. So they're gonna make Mitch Moreland do it. 4-4 against Justy. Fly ball center field X. That's Davalillo. He's the new center fielder. He is a 3 in the outfield. 3 and a 2. That's gonna probably drop. 3 and a 2 is a double, 2 stars. Double with 2. Is it 2 stars? Yeah, double 2 stars. So Martinez will have to hold at third on that double by Moreland, and that will score the tying run, Benintendi. We're tied at 2 here in the bottom of the 8th, and now the questions come in looming. Why did they walk Martinez? Well, you know what? With Bogarts up, do you walk him as well? Because you got second and third with 1 out. Do you bring the infield in, or do you walk Bogarts and pitch to Devers? That's another question. They're going to, tough choices. You know what? They're going to walk Bogarts as well. So they're going to intentionally walk. They're doing the rolling the dice metaphorically and literally here. So Devers is up, bases loaded, infield is looking for the double play. 2-9, struck him out. That's almost as good as the double play. So that 2-9 on the strikeout. Bogarts on a 2-9 would have grounded to short for a double inning. Well, I'm sorry, would not have been an inning double play. With runners at second and third and the infield in, that would have been a base hit for a 2-run single. So at least on the first at bat, it was a smart move to walk Bogarts and pitch to Devers. Now you got to deal with Holt with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Brock Holt, 2-2 tie here in the 8th. 4-10, and that's a ground ball to first. Through all these hits in column 4, 4-10's a ground ball to first. That's going to end the inning. So you could say Justy helped pitched out of that. The first intentional walk may have come back to get him, but the second one I think paid off. And now we go to the 9th, tied at 2. Now Workman is going to come out, and Craig Kimbrell is going to be coming on. Pitch the 9th. It's tie game, so there's no sense holding your closer back. There's no save situation any longer. So they're going to go with their best and see if they can win it in the bottom of the 9th. Right now, Kimbrell is on. Workman went 1 inning and was flawless, faced only 3 batters, got everybody out. So there's, you could say maybe he should have kept going, but when you got Kimbrell, you don't want to end the game and not have Kimbrell in there. So Kimbrell facing Stargell. We get a 1-7 for Stargell. It's a leadoff walk, and that's not good news for the Red Sox. Leadoff walk to Stargell now. He is an E-stealer, so he will not be held. Not a very good base runner, but you really don't want to take him out because you hate to lose that offense. Plus, they don't have any more outfielders. Unless you put Pagan in the left field. He's a 5, so you're going to have to stick with Stargell here. Here's Robertson, 6-10 against Kimbrell. Ground ball third base X. That's Devers. That's tricky because Devers is a 4. And that's a 1, so that's going to get through for probably a double down the line. 4 and a 1. No, it's actually a single 2 stars. Take it back. Single 2 stars. So that's going to put runners at the corners with nobody out. And Kimbrell is putting gasoline on this fire. Runners at the corners. Robertson not going to be held either. They're both E-stealers, but the infield's going to have to come in. They can't even afford to give up a run for the double play. They've got to choke the runoff. They have no choice. They have to choke that runoff. So here's Al Oliver with the infield in. 5, 6, and that's a walk. That's going to load the bases. So Kimbrel's given up a single and 2 walks. And he's already near his point of fatigue, I think. But Sanguillen is up. They're going to still have to play the infield in and try to get maybe a double play at the plate. 6, 10, ground ball third. Found Endeavors again. Ground ball third base X. He's a 4. We get a 6, a 4, and a 6. 4 and a 6 goes to his error check, which is that E37. And the only thing that saves him, not E37, E34 rather, but the only thing, he's got to have a 10. That's the only thing that can save him from being an error. It's a 10. He doesn't get it. It's a 6. So an E34 and a 6 is a 1 base error. So that's going to bring home a run. And the Pirates now lead it 3-2 on the error by Devers. Error by Devers. So second guessers are wondering why Brandon Workman wasn't still in there. But they were trying to go with their best, Kimbrel. And now the bases are still loaded with nobody out for Hebner. And we get a 2-5 for Hebner. Oh, that's going to really blow things open. A 2-5. 1-11 is a grand salami. 12-20 is a base clearing triple, and that's going to be all for Kimbrel. He just didn't have it. And that's a 12, so it's going to be a base clearing triple for Richie Hebner. Pirates now pick up 4 runs here in the top of the 9th. How do you like that? Had the pitcher's duel for first 8 innings, and then Kimbrel just crapped the bed, as some people like to say. And now with that triple, the infield's going to have to come in again. But now the Red Sox will bring in a new pitcher, and they will turn to Matt Barnes, I do believe. Matt Barnes is a high strikeout pitcher, and they need strikeouts. So Matt Barnes is in. Kimbrel really choked it up. And so far, the better seeded team has won every game, but now that's seriously in jeopardy as the 5th seeded Red Sox are in serious trouble to the Pirates. So here's Jackie Hernandez running at third. Still nobody out. Infield in. 3-5, and that's a strikeout. So they needed that. Jackie Hernandez, the golden sombrero, 4 strikeouts. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, but he plays good defense. That's what they need. So here's Cash. Infield still in. 6-5. That's a strikeout from Barnes. So Barnes is doing what he needs to do. Try to keep this thing from getting any worse. It's already pretty bad at a score of 6-2. Here's Davalillo. 6-8. Struck him out. So Barnes comes in and strikes out the side in relief of Kimbrel. Kimbrel didn't get anybody out. Gave up 4 runs. 3 of them earned, I believe. And Barnes struck out the side. So go figure. But it's a 4 spot for the Pirates. And now they lead it 6-2. And let's see, Justy may come out, or Justy, because he had a rough inning last time. And they don't want to burn him out, so he's unavailable. If a relief pitcher pitches 2 innings, he has to rest the next game. So with a 4-run lead, and it's not a save situation, they will turn it over to Bob Miller. It's Miller time for Pittsburgh. Justy has a chance to qualify for the win, going 2/3 of an inning. Walk 2, they were both intentional and a strikeout. So Miller is going to come on. He's going to face Vasquez, Bradley, and Betts. Now on the bench for the Red Sox, they do have Eduardo Nunez and Blake Swihart. Nunez is a decent hitter, so he will pinch hit for Vasquez. And if anybody gets on, or if it goes to extra innings by some miracle, Blake Swihart can still catch. So Nunez is your leadoff batter. Eduardo Nunez. Pinch hitting for Vasquez against Miller. 5-9. Ground ball to third, handled by Hebner, so it's really not going to matter who was hitting. 1 away, and here is Jackie Bradley. 2-7 for Bradley. That's a 1-out walk, so Red Sox fans trying to keep some hope here. He's an ace dealer. He will not be held. He will be held, but actually, you know what? He's not going to be held, but even though he's not going to be held, they're still not going to steal down 4 runs. So here's Mookie Betts. 3-2. That's hit by pitch. I'm sorry, 3-2 is a walk. I looked at 2-2. 3-2 is a walk by Miller, so that puts 2 on. Now things are getting a little bit more interesting. 2 on, 1 out for Benintendi, and J.D. Martinez is on deck, so he could tie the game with 1 swing of the bat, obviously. 4-6, and well, Benintendi just does some damage. 4-6 is a 1-3 double. 4-20 is a single. 2 stars either way. It's a single, 2 stars. That'll bring home a run, and now the tying run is at the plate in the form of J.D. Martinez with only 1 out. So now you're really betwixt and between if you're the Pirates. Let's see who else they could go to. Miller is a pretty good relief pitcher by his numbers, but they may have to go to somebody else. They really don't want to have to go to anybody else. They're probably pretty much stuck with Bob Miller. They do have Bob Moose. They do have Luke Walker, but they're not the best in the world. Miller, much better. ERA 1.64 with 10 saves, so he's just having issues. Here's J.D. Martinez. 2-12 for Martinez, and that's a potential home run right here that could tie the game. 1-8 would be a home run that would tie the game right here. 1-8's a homer. And J.D. Martinez has done it. A 3-run homer here in the bottom of the 9th has tied the game as the Red Sox put 4 in the 9th, the same as the Pirates. We are tied at 6-6. Bob Miller is now tired. So it turns out not to be Miller time. He is out of there, and they will have to go with Luke Walker, the lefty, as Mitch Moreland, the lefty, is coming on. So how about that, folks? Just when you think they're down in the dumps, the Red Sox come back, and they have tied this game 4-4. Here's 6-6. Here's Mitch Moreland. Sorry, I can't speak. 1-5 is a strikeout against the lefty, so Moreland's out of there. So we could be looking at extra inning baseball. But it's up to Xander Bogaerts to keep that going. 3-4 against the lefty. He's going to ground back to Walker. And we are, in fact, going to extra frames. How about that? I don't think I've ever seen anybody give up 4 in the 9th and then score 4 in the 9th to tie them back up. But that's exactly what happened. You saw it here, folks, on the channel. And now we're going to extra innings. And for the Red Sox, it'll be Matt Barnes. Why take him out? He struck out the only 3 guys he faced last time. Might as well keep him in there. He's red hot, and now the Pirate fans are going to be questioning taking out Dave Justy. That's going to be a questionable move. Danny Murtaugh is going to have to answer. Here's Clemente, 4-8 off of Barnes, and that's another strikeout. So Barnes struck out all 4 batters he's faced. That'll bring up Willie Stargell. Pops. See what he can do. 2-6 for Pops, and that's a potential home run right here. 1-16 is a homer. 17-20 is a double. So Pops, home run, Willie Stargell. And the Pirates go back out in front, 7-6. This is a wild and woolly one right here, folks. And here's Bob Robertson. We're not even playing in Fenway. It's a neutral field. 6-11 against Barnes, and that's a potential home run. 1-13 because Robertson definitely has normal power. So 1-13, and we got back-to-back dingers. And we do. Bob Robertson goes deep. It's now 8-6. So all of a sudden, Barnes, after striking out the first 4 guys, he's given up 2 straight dingers. And you wonder if they have to go to the bench or the bullpen now. They're looking, and they're going to bring in Joe Kelly. So Joe Kelly is coming on to see if he can finish out the inning, as Barnes all of a sudden lost it with 2 homers. Now 8-6 Pittsburgh. Oliver 2-7, and that's going to be a base hit. 1-12 is a double. 13-20 is a single. It's a base hit for Oliver. Keeps the hit parade going. Oliver, a D-stealer, will not be held. Here's Manny Sanguillen. Sox looking to turn 2. 6-3 off of Kelly is a walk. So that's going to keep the train moving. And can any reliever get anybody out is the question. Here's Richie Hebner. Red Sox don't have any lefties in the bullpen. That's the problem. Here's Richie Hebner. 2-6 for Hebner. And that's a line out to third. Boy, column 2 was loaded. He found a line out to third. Saved Kelly's bacon on that one. 2 down, and fortunately for them, they get to face Jackie Hernandez. He's 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. 6-9, and make it another strikeout. He has struck out all 5 times. I don't know if that's a platinum sombrero or what you call it, but it doesn't matter for the Pirates. They pick up 2 runs here in the top of the 10th. When we go to the bottom of the 10th, it's Pittsburgh 8, Boston 6. Luke Walker. Let's see if Luke has the force. The force is with him. He will face Devers, Holt, and Leone. They've already used Nunez to pinch hit, so they have to let Holt hit against the lefty. They have no choice. Here's Devers, lefty on lefty as well. 6-9, pops him up to short. 1 away. That's going to be fielded by Hernandez. 1 away, so it looks like the dramatic Red Sox comeback may fall just a bit short. Here's Brock Holt. 1-3, and he's hit by the pitch. So Holt takes one for the team. And now that brings up the tying run. And that is actually not Nunez, it's actually Blake Swihart. Because I said if it miraculously went the extra innings, it would be Swihart. And that's exactly who we have. So now the Red Sox have used their total bench. They have nobody left. Blake Swihart, the batter. 4-4. He's a switch hitter batting right-handed. 4-4 is a ground ball shortstop X. That's Jackie Hernandez. And Hernandez at short is a 3, but he's an E42. So if you can get to his error rating, he might very well make an error. 3 and a 14 might get to his error rating. 3 and a 14, no, it does not. It's a ground ball C. So the runner is going to advance. 6-3 ground out with Holt moving to second. And now it's up to Jackie Bradley. Last chance for the Sox. Bradley needs to get on somehow or another to flip the order to Mookie Betts. But right now it's lefty on lefty Jackie Bradley. 3-4. Bradley grounds it back to Walker, and that's going to end the ball game. Ball game is over. The Red Sox fought valiantly, but fall by the score of 8-6. Losing pitcher was Craig Kimbrell. He just got waylaid. Actually, no, it's not Kimbrell. I'm sorry. It is actually Barnes who gave the 2 home runs in the 10th. My bad. Barnes is the loser. Walker the winner. And as I mentioned, the Red Sox now the very first team that was the higher seed to fall in the tournament. So we got a double-digit winner, and that is the Pittsburgh Pirates. So Pittsburgh will advance, and they'll take on the winner of the 84 Tigers and the 2003 Yankees in the next round. But right now, Pittsburgh, the number 28 seed, does it in a wild and woolly one. It was 2-2 after 8 innings, and then 4 in the 9th for each team, and then 2 home runs, solo shots from Stargell and Robertson in the 10th. Give the Pirates with those magic yellow dice the win, and almost need a breather after that one. Next game in the schedule is going to be, going back old school a little bit, the 67 Cardinals take on the 55 Brooklyn Dodgers. Bob Gibson against Don Newcomb in that game. That'll be the next video. So whether you're a Pirate fan or a Red Sox fan or just a Strat-o-matic fan in general, hope you enjoyed that game. Like I said, I need to take a sip of water and a breather after all that. That was kind of more than I could handle there with all that stuff going on. I like the pitcher's duels, not all these runs, but definitely exciting. And never knew what was going to happen. And as Yogi said, it wasn't over till it was over. But Stargell and Robertson made sure it was over. So that's going to do it from here. Hope you are staying safe in all this pandemic stuff that's going on, and enjoying whatever game you choose to, whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it. Final score again: Pittsburgh 8, Boston 6. Until next time, as usual, we'll see you down the road.